Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the different kind of pages that you get on your Kajabi installation or Kajabi platform. So a lot of times there's confusion. Many people ask me, there's so much confusion over the different kinds of pages, sales pages, static pages, landing pages, pipeline pages that you get on Kajabi, and when you can use them and what time is more appropriate to use one than the other. So today we're going to cover all of that, and we're going to obliterate that confusion so that you can get to making profit with your pipelines and keeping it Kajabi all the way. So the first type of page I want to speak to you about are website pages. And to get to website pages, you would click on website and you will go under design. And under design, you'll see the different kind of website pages that you're able to create. Homepage, library, store, login, static page, thank you page, 404 page blog post and search, right? And so some of these are self-explanatory, but what you have to understand is that you can customize each of these pages, right? But they're set in the way that you can customize them. So for instance, when somebody comes to your site and they need to log into one of your courses on Kajabi, that is the login page, right? And it's already set. It's already got a set customization. You can go in and you can change certain things on it, but not a lot. So for instance, you can put an image up here. There's an option to put an image. You can change the text. But it's not like you can redesign the whole page, okay? Not without going in and editing the template. And so it's set. These are, I call, hardwired Kajabi pages that we all have access to, all right? They come with the installation. So therefore, let me go back to the design tab. This is where you'd see them. So when somebody talks about website pages, these are the pages here. Again, look, here's the 404 page. This is the page that somebody would get to if they clicked on a broken link, an old link that was out on Google, and the page was no longer in existence on your Kajabi site. They get to a 404 page, right? Thank you page is a default thank you page. So we'll go into all of these here. And you can go into all of these and customize them. Now, really what you need to understand about these pages is that the look and feel, the appearance of these pages are determined by your website theme, guys. And so if you understand Kajabi, you'll understand that themes are part and parcel of Kajabi. So a theme is basically changing the look and feel of the site that you're on, of the Kajabi installation that you're on. So I always say it's a little bit like buying a new cell phone. With a new cell phone, you can change the cell phone color and make the phone look totally different, but the phone is the phone. The same thing, same analogy applies to Kajabi. Your content stays the same, but you can change the look and theme, the fonts, the areas that you can kind of customize with Kajabi by just choosing a different theme. So you would go up here to manage themes, and up here, see if I can move myself out the way, you could upload a theme or you could pick a theme, and then it would give you different website themes that you can choose from with preset graphics and fonts and colors and all that great stuff. And that would allow the look and feel of your site to change, right? So we don't really want to do that right now. I'm just showing you what's possible. So understand what a theme is. A theme basically is a facelift for your whole site, and the theme directly applies to these hardwired or pre-configured pages that Kajabi gives you. Now, that's fine, right? But there's other pages that you need for your business that are outside these pre-configured or wired pages. And that's when we go to what I call standalone pages. How do you get to standalone pages? You go to website and you will click under page builder, all right? Now, previously in Kajabi, this was called something else, all right? But now it's called the page builder. And in this area, we get to create what people traditionally call landing pages. But landing pages, especially in digital marketing, on building your online business, is different types of pages. So you can create webinar registration pages, you can create opt-in pages, you can create sales pages. You can create individual pages for your website. So like your About Me page and your services page and your Contact Us page. all these different pages you can create in the standalone pages area, which is under page builder. All right. And so right here in this client's account, he has a 5-day gratitude challenge, and he has a page for that. Let me give an example of another client that I have. This would be a standalone page she had created for her 5-day challenge, okay? So there's different pages that you can create under page builder. Some people call it the landing page builder, but it's what kind of landing page? Depending on what kind of sales funnel, pipeline, business you have, you'll decide what different pages that you need. Most definitely you need individual pages for your website. There are other ways to create in Kajabi, but I really recommend that you use the standalone page and builder, and you're able to take those pages and add it to your navigation to create all the individual pages of your site. One quick thing that I should have told you, well, let's quickly jump over to here. For these pages, you can import and export pages that have already been made. So for instance, if I had a template that I wanted to share to you, I could go to upload theme, and I could choose a zip file, which is a representation of the template, and I can basically suck it into Kajabi, and all of a sudden a page that somebody else has will now be my page, because it's a way that we can share these standalone pages. And I can also create a new page, right? So a lot of times when people come into Kajabi, they're not quite sure how to create pages, and they're like, well, the pages are limited, because here are preset templates that you can use to create your pages, right? So there's quite a few here. They all got cute names. I love the names: Paper, Patterson, Griffin. So there's many pages, and you know, I'd say most times you can just go in here and find a page that is close to what you want and customize it. But I understand that we all have different needs, and what happens a lot of the time is people are like, oh, well, the page builder is not flexible enough. I need to be able to create a page, and it's not here within the possible themes. I need to use another tool. Absolutely no need, guys, because Premiere, the standard Premiere page, is basically a basic template that you can use to create pages. And so I'm just going to click on an individual Premiere page right now. So you will click on a page, click on Get Started, and I'm going to call this one Test. But the wonderful thing about the Premiere system that they have is that it gives you a boilerplate template that you can customize yourself, right? And this is the beautiful thing about Kajabi standalone pages, or some people call them landing pages. You can make them into whatever you want them to be. And so usually, or typically, the Premiere page is just a very basic configuration when you install it from scratch, but then you're supposed to build on it, guys, like Legos. These are your building blocks. And so what you would do is look to the left here on the panel, and you can choose from all these different widgets on how to customize your page, right? So if you want to ask frequently asked questions, right here, you can add them, so there's a widget, I call them widgets, but there's pre-configured sections that you can put on your page. And most of these sections are more than adequate for what you would need in any conversion site, any site that is built, designed to get conversions and get people to buy stuff and make profit. And that's what we're doing on Kajabi. For online business entrepreneurs, we're all about bringing in profits and revenue to our business. So you can have assessments, blog posts, countdown timers, call to actions that will put a button, custom content areas, Facebook comments, events, so many different widgets, sections you can add onto your page. I can add an image anywhere. So this would add an image, and it allows you to go in and change the image. So all these different things, guys. No need to feel like you are restricted in this. And you can also add custom code. So a sales page, a landing page, a webinar registration page is just a standalone page, and you have the ability to make exactly what you want out of it. Add your own design, add your own color, all that great stuff. You can move widgets around on a page, so I can move a widget to be in second or third place. Extreme flexibility. And so that's what I wanted to show you, all right? So these are different kind of pages that you can create. So here's standalone pages. These are not determined by your website theme. The look and feel is determined by you. And there is a place that you can change the font, you can change the colors, branding colors, all that good stuff, so it looks uniform. But just understand that the website theme, this is outside the website theme, and so that gives you much more flexibility. Okay, so we've gone on to that. Now let's talk about pipeline pages. Now, if you understand what a pipeline is, and I don't think we've got any pipelines, you can't see that, but a pipeline in Kajabi is a pre-configured process to allow somebody to move closer to buying your goods and services. So there's many different kind of pipelines you can create in Kajabi. And so instead of you having to kind of, piece all the different pieces together to create a funnel, right? For instance, you might have somebody who wants to opt in and get a free report from you. So therefore, you need a landing opt-in page. You'd have to have email sequence that would deliver the report. Maybe you need a thank you page to thank them for opting in and telling them what their next steps are. You would have to do that individually in Kajabi before pipelines, but now pipelines come in from literally one click. You're able to have these pre-assembled workflows that you're able to just add your variables to, and therefore it's really quick, rapid development. And so in those workflows, there's different pages. Like in this free report, everyone wants to give away a lead magnet. If you're in in business, right, you're trying to give away free value. The first thing that you would do on a free report, you'd have different pages, right? So you'd have the page where somebody opts in, and you typically have a thank you page. Well, those are two different pages. And if you go to website, and you go to page builder, at that point, if you had a pipeline, it would show you all the different pipelines you had and individual pages that were in pipelines. I don't have any here to show you, but that's what pipeline pages are. Now understand that pipeline pages are really just standalone pages, just easy peasy standalone pages that are grouped into a particular workflow configuration, AKA a pipeline. And so from a pipeline, you can add and remove standalone pages as you want. Just because a pipeline, when you click on the button to make it, might only have 2 pages. Imagine if you wanted a third step, another page. It's very easy in pipelines to go in and add a standalone page, an additional standalone page to a pipeline to create that third step. This tutorial is not about pipelines. I do have another video about that, but that's what you have to understand when it comes to the difference between standalone pages and pipeline pages. Pipeline pages are just standalone pages that are inside your pipeline. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now, the next kind of page, which is really important, are static pages. And static pages have moved. So if you know Kajabi of old, they used to be able to find it on the left-hand side. But now you go under settings, okay, and you can go to static pages, right? And those are the static pages. Let me show you another quick tip. If you're not quite sure where something is in Kajabi, just type in the word up here and it will take you to the area. Isn't that cool? Okay, so it will take you to static pages. So you have a, type and take me to, that's what I call it, functionality in Kajabi that allows you to hop to exactly where you need to be. Now, when do we use static pages, guys? Well, a lot of people used to get confused with these pages because they used to try, let's see. So let's edit this one. They used to try and create really nice pages from this static area. And guys, I wouldn't do that if I were you. These static pages, they are not meant to be used for design, okay? Let me give you a preview of a static page. This is somebody's privacy policy. So they're very basic pages, guys, and you'd have to know a lot of HTML coding if you want to make these into something beautiful, right? And so, for instance, we're using static pages in Kajabi for a lot of the legal information, which are just pages and pages of text, right? And that's a good reason. That's why you use static pages, for your terms, conditions, your legal stuff that doesn't need a lot of design, okay? Don't, try not to think of them as pages where you're going to do a lot of extra work, because you're going to be really frustrated trying to make that work, okay? So just paste your code in there, give it a nice name. Those are static pages, and typically it's the kind of pages you may see in the footer of your Kajabi platform. Don't try and do anything beautiful or brave in here. That's not what static pages are for. But having said that, if you want to change the layout of a static page, meaning the header and the footer, you can go here to the design tab here, So website, design, static page, all right? And this allows you to customize static pages, okay? So this is great. So for instance, on a static page here, if I had any static pages, they would all inherit whatever customizations I do here. So I could put all my social media icons. Every time I create a static page, the same thing would be there. I could change the logo that I want to happen on the static page. I can make sure that the menu that I want to appear on a static page is there. So many things that I can do on a static page to make sure they have a uniform look. Again, use them for very basic information, right? I call it just the boring legal stuff that you have to read. That kind of stuff, just text, all right? You can change the footer so it looks, has the same look and feel within terms of branding colors and graphics and all that kind of stuff. Logos can go down here. You can put a logo down here in the footer. But keep it simple, guys. Don't try and go above and beyond with the static pages. Otherwise, you may find yourself thinking that Kajabi doesn't have the capability to do great landing pages that you're used to. Okay, so those are the different pages that you can have on Kajabi. Now, I was going to add another page to this, but you know, it's a crazy page, so I didn't add it, and that would be a blog page or a blog post. But typically, blog posts are not pages; they're posts, right? But we do have capabilities within Kajabi to create blog posts and your own blog. I'm going to talk about that on a separate post, but one thing that people ask me is like, okay, when I've created all these different pages across the board, how do I hold it together on my navigation, right? How do I make this a navigation menu that I would see on the home page? Well, guys, you go to website and you go to navigation, okay? Website and then navigation. And this is where you basically sew all your pages together, right? You create navigation menus and you add. So for instance, to this main menu here, I can add different links. And do you see I can add a category, a post, or a page, all right? And see if I can get, or a link, okay? So I can add a new link, and the link can be to the individual pages that I want to hold together on my site. And this is how you do it. So you would give the, so if I say I had a sales page, right? And then I had the link for the sales page. I don't have one here. Okay, I could actually add that to my site, just put the link here. And therefore, this navigation would have a new link on it, just the same way you've got these, okay? So About Us is right there. So you can choose the page that you want to go to. So there's different ways to do it. And wouldn't even, if it was a page, I could do a drop down and find it. That'd probably be a static page, okay? So guys, I hope this has been helpful for you to understand the big difference between the different pages that you can have on your Kajabi site. There's sales pages, there's static pages, there's standalone pages, and there's pipeline pages. And blog posts are really not pages, so we're not included in that. But each one of those type of pages has a distinct use within Kajabi. So you use them for different purposes, guys. Do not use a static page to do heavy design. Do use standalone pages to create your sales pages, your webinar registration pages, your opt-in pages. Do use the preset templates there if you really want a quick result. And do feel free to, you know, splurge out and practice with the design options that are within each standalone page, different sections and widgets that allow you to do so many different permutations of great design so that every page can look totally different. Okay, I hope that has been really helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.